What's going on, guys? Welcome to this humble series where I, Groovy Collier, and the homie Bryce will show our progression in Rocket League throughout Season 9 with ranked videos, followed by a replay analysis video by the one and only Evil. Evil's a coach on Metafy that played Rocket League since the game came out back in 2015, and he's been Supersonic Legend since Season 1 of Free to Play. Evil has competed in ESL, RLRS, and other Psionic sponsored events. He's been coaching for 2 years and has managed the Zookeepers under RBG Esports. So I think it's safe to say that Bryce and I are in good hands.
Recording. Okay. So, let me swap to you. We got a gold smurf in the lobby. That's perfect. There we go. Okay. So, we'll do individual today, and then next time probably do individual for Bryce, but with that, obviously stop me if any questions come up, but we'll go ahead and hop into it. Go ahead.
There is one thing now I think about
Go
it.
for it.
Something that I am working on, and I'm sure it's going to come up plenty of times in this replay, is my kickoffs they need a lot of work for sure, and I'm sure you'll see that.
Sure. That's fine, right? That's gonna happen sometimes as long as like we're not getting destroyed on kickoffs repeatedly. It's not the end of the world, but it is gonna happen sometimes while we're learning. So,
Okay.
no worries if that happens. But definitely, like, what aspects of your kickoff are you working on right now? Are you just trying to speed flip?
Uh, I am, but more so just meeting the ball with the contact that I want to
Okay.
consistently. Yeah.
So my
There's
biggest thing for
sometimes
you.
where like,
Go ahead.
yeah, I think more times than I would like to where I'm meeting with the ball as soon as I finish the flip type thing, or something crazy like
Okay.
that,
So
or
we're
like
trying
being too low
to
on the
get that
ball.
flip a little bit earlier, so that we can get that second flip in. Is that the thing? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So that'll
Hmm.
definitely be something you work on by just practicing, getting reps in of trying to get that first flip in fast enough that you don't get to the ball too quickly, and then that second flip trying to hit that center of the ball, focusing really on the center of the ball to try and win the kickoff.
Hmm.
Unless you're trying to
Yeah.
lose in, which that case, like here, right, you're trying to act as a wall, so you would kind of go like that. So that the ball goes back here, and then your teammate could go for the boost and pick up the ball over here. Like that's fine as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see what's up if we need to address it. But I like that you're jumping pretty early there, but you can see here, right, the reason you really lose that kickoff in the wrong direction is look what part of the ball you're hitting.
Okay.
See
Yeah,
how
I
we're
see
on
it.
that left side? So like when you flip, you're
Hmm.
flipping like this. Let me remove it, put an
Yeah.
arrow here. You're flipping like this, and he's flipping straight, so the ball's going to fly out that way. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So if
Yeah.
you're going to flip, I want you to land somewhere around here and hit kind of the middle like that. So just
Okay.
be tilted a little bit. I mean, not tilted, but just be shifted over to the right a little bit so you can get a better 50. Unless you're trying to lose it to your teammate, in which that case you want to be more like that, so that you act as
Hmm.
a wall against the ball and it forces it this way.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So,
go ahead.
quick question: would that be different for playing ones,
So for
or
ones, right, you don't really want to lose the kickoff. So
Mhm.
for you and ones, I would focus purely on let's hit the center of that ball, focusing on hitting the exact center of the ball, so that we
Mhm.
can get the most amount of force behind it, and then try and get it past the opponent or in a direction that's favorable for us. So that's it for ones, unless you're trying to like do a kickoff where you try to get it like completely scoop it around him, in which that case some people like flip like that, and then when this dude gets to it, your corner hits it before him and it pops the ball that way. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's a little bit funky,
Yep.
but that's like
No, no.
another kickoff. But if like both players are speed flipping, that's not going to work very often. Um,
Okay.
so the
Got
main
it.
thing for you is just trying to kind of hit the middle of the ball, or even get to the middle like that, and then just slow down and then let them hit it into you and then hit it over here by just single
Okay.
jumping into it. And that's like a slow kickoff or a delay kickoff. And you can do that as
Mhm.
well for ones. And that's where ones, like, there's a lot of different kickoff variations.
Yeah, yeah,
But for
yeah, yeah.
twos,
I don't mean to bring the
you're
the
good, you're good.
one's kickoff tangent.
But yeah, the main focus for you in twos right now is like hit the middle of that ball, or if you want to lose it behind you, so you want to lose it in this direction so that Bryce can grab some boost and then get the ball for free, then you want to put yourself more to this side so you act as a wall. But those are kind of the two kickoffs you're going to be going for, and because you guys have that advantage of being partied, it's not a bad idea to try and lose it to each other occasionally. I wouldn't do it every single time, but for you guys, a general thing is if he goes for this boost, you want to lose it back here. If you're going to go
Mhm.
for just the 50 or the win, then he should be cheating up. Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Mhm.
Because now the problem is if you guys stall this out and this dude had cheated up, then right here he could steal this boost and immediately get offense going. So
Yeah.
if like you're gonna try and lose it purposefully, then Bryce should do what he did. But if you're trying to win it or just like get a 50 on the kickoff and not really care about where it goes, then he should cheat up. Now we're on. Back to you. Okay, so we're picking up pads. Good. Good. Good job single jumping for that 50. And then I like the idea. This is a good idea. Okay, we back off. Okay, we're picking up pads. Love this. Love it. Grab the boost. Good. Solid, right? No complaints. Nothing. Everything went well, right? We were chilling. We didn't have to do much. They handed us the ball. We waited. We took advantage of it. That was good. Good 50. Still no complaints. Doing well. Good demo. Oh. Well, let's see what happened here. So we get beat. So this is a big thing is when you're rotating out, I need you to focus. I think we've talked about this a little bit. Is when we're rotating back, your goal is to get back as fast as possible, right? And out of the way of your teammates. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as soon as we're out of that play, I want you to change your mindset from looking at the ball to looking around the field to see where you should go to get back quickly. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So as soon as you notice it, you turn that ball cam off, you look, and you're like, okay, Bryce is turning. Let me jump over him. Right? Because you're still looking at the ball, but that's a big thing is it's good to have ball cam on, but there are some times where it's like, yeah, we should turn it off because we already know where that ball is going. Right? So let's look at the other aspects of the field where we don't know what's going on. So, for example, right, the ball is going towards the corner. You know that. You know that Gold Smurf isn't going to get to it in the next second. He has to try and catch up to it. So it's not like the ball is going to change directions. It's going to go straight until it gets to the wall. Right? So immediately from that, you know, okay, there's no longer like an immediate threat or like I'm not really relevant to the play. So let me look around, and then you would see that Bryce is there, and then hopefully jump over him. You don't see him and consciously decide I'm going to run into him, right?
Yeah.
But take a quick look around, and then after that, say you jump over him, you jump, you probably land here, and now you're like, okay, what's the fastest way back? You have a couple paths, right? You could do something like this. You could do something like this. Or you could pick up just these two and straight to the back post, not pick up that third pad, right? Or if you think that Bryce has and there's not really a threat, then you could go really wide like that.
Yeah.
But that's what I need you to do is as soon as you're rotating back, you got to change your mentality from ball to how do I get back quickly with boost so I'm prepared for the next play. It's a run-on sentence there, but that's all of it is.
Makes sense.
In one situation is just how do I get back quickly so that I'm prepared for the play. And being prepared means picking up boost. Instead of you and Bryce making out a little bit on the side there. And a little bit lucky we don't get scored on. So after that, we don't got much boost, right? So that's good for you to flick. He's going to steal that boost, unfortunately, but you can keep pressuring. That's good. Good job not jumping. That's a big thing. Good. Good. Okay. Another thing. Right? I think today is going to be what can you do when you're off the ball. So this is all fine, right? You're off the ball. You're second man. You're waiting. Now you've committed as first man. Are you relevant to the play anymore?
Nope.
No. Is your teammate going to get to it next?
No.
What about now?
Yeah.
Initially, it's fine for you to go back like this, right? Because you're noticing that, like, okay, I might need to get back, right? But now, is it pretty obvious he's going to get to it first?
Yep.
Yeah, because Emmerich has turned away. So now, you're not relevant, right? It's not like Bryce could pass this to you. You're not really in a position to get passed to. He might as well just take this space himself and go for a play, and then you rebound it, right? Or, what's something you could do while off the ball?
I'm sorry. Can you spin it back?
Okay, so Bryce is going to get the ball first, right? He could pass it to you right here, but you're not in a really good position because you're in the corner, and they're probably going to cut your shooting angle off. So passing to you probably isn't the move, right?
Oh, okay, yes.
Instead, he has a lot of open space to work with, so he could go for a shot himself or a dribble play. And then something that you could do is go and support him, so get behind him, and then be ready for a follow-up, right? Does that all make sense?
Yep.
But there's one more thing that you could be doing. What is that?
I can get a demo in on
There
the
you
way
go.
out.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
But you kind of have two mindsets. Is like either I need to get boost and get back to defense, or I need to go for the ball or towards the ball. Those are kind of your two mindsets right now. But there's also we need that third mindset, which is okay. How can I support my teammate while off the ball? Of like, what could I
Okay.
be doing right now instead of just going back behind my teammate? Because it's like we're not going back on defense here, right? Our teammate's gonna
Hmm.
keep the pressure going, so I don't really need to rotate behind him necessarily. I can, but then we're kind of losing numbers because now we have less people on offense. So what's
Yeah.
something else you could do to be relevant and beneficial is go for a demo. You don't necessarily need to
Hmm.
throw yourself out of the play for this demo, but just drive at him. Literally just
Yep.
tape your throttle button down, just go in his direction, and don't even bother jumping. Don't jump when you go for these type of demos. Just drive. Because if you flip,
Hmm.
right, you might throw yourself into their net and then you're out of position.
Yep.
But if you just drive, then you're chilling.
Yep.
And after that, you can recover quickly, and at least you make them jump, which throws them out of position. Or like if you see them jump, you can slow down and wait for them to land, and then just stay right underneath them and spin them
Yeah.
out right there. But
Yeah.
right here, imagine you drove and demoed this guy. Is that an open net?
Yes.
Yeah. He could just shoot
Yep.
it. You demo him, and then after that, he shoots it hopefully in this area. If he doesn't shoot, right, that's his problem, right? That's not you can't control that. But your job is to kind of clear out that net while you're over here. You're already there, but by resetting back behind him, oh, what happened?
Yeah. This was a big bro moment for me. I don't know if it was depth perception or what, but
I think the idea is, hey, I'm gonna pass it back to him, right?
yeah.
But after
Yeah.
that, we got to turn off because we notice, okay, he doesn't need us to pass it back anymore. Like he has that space, so we really need
Yeah.
to go for that bump. That's the big thing. Is as soon as you see your opponent turn away from the ball, right here, you see him turn away and he's not on your screen anymore. Okay,
Yeah.
let me just go bump someone. Look for a demo and just let
Hmm.
Bryce do his thing. But now we've
Yeah.
gotten his way, right, and that's unfortunate. So now we recover it. It's good. We hit it to our corner. Bryce follows it. That's good. We're picking up pads. This is perfect. It's what we want when we're that second man. Okay, so now we could go for it. Again, really good job not flipping. I love that you're adapting that, not really throwing yourself out of the plays often. So that was a two-man challenge done a little bit incorrectly. So this is kind of like the idea that I need Bryce to buy you a little bit more time to get closer to him.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's not your fault, but I'm just kind of pointing that out. Like, hey, there's a two-man challenge going on. I need you to get upfield a little bit faster. So for
Okay.
you, go up a little bit faster, and then Bryce should buy you a little bit more time, so that after that you could get to it. Because this guy should have just tapped that around you, to be honest.
Hmm.
He should have just given a light tap to his left and to your right, middle to M Rich, and then that would have been a goal. Good pass, and almost good finish. It was a good idea. So here,
Yeah. Just a little too far
yeah,
up.
I think it's
Or
still
I don't even think I really had to go.
that's another thing is you're getting better at the active thinking, but it's not perfect. So I still want to review it here. Is it's just the idea that right there, is there a threat?
No.
No, right? So we don't need to go. And what do we know is a big pattern for a lot of players at this rank? They give away possession.
Yep.
Right? So just chill and wait. Don't try to apply pressure here, just buy time. That's your only job is buy time, right?
Hmm.
Thinking about
Yeah.
the two-man challenge mindset of just buy time. And then after that, you're buying time, but you gave away possession, so you don't need to buy time anymore and you could go.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just pushed up too far, and it was a combination of things. We were too attracted to the ball. We didn't recognize there wasn't a threat, and we didn't really think about buying time. So it was kind of a combo of everything. And that stuff's going to happen still, right? But it's good to just review
Hmm.
it so that you get it in your head, and you keep reviewing it and understanding it. But it is going to happen sometimes. That's okay. Good beat. Might get bumped here. That's okay. Good job forcing it. That allows Bryce to go. Now, right, you can't really bump anyone, so you do rotate out, and that's fine. Okay. So Bryce forces it. So what should you be doing right now?
Bryce forces. So I need to be ready for it
Right?
for the
So
ball.
Bryce forces this dude to boom it. So where should you be?
Um.
You already answered it. I'm just asking it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Just ready to go.
Ready to
Like.
go and challenging, right? So
Yeah.
realistically, instead of continuing to drive back, I need you to turn up the wall
Yeah.
and then jump and shoot.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all yours. But now Bryce
Mhm.
has applied that pressure, and look what he's doing.
Oh, he's going for demo.
He's going for the demo, the thing you and I talked about, right?
Yeah.
Now, he might actually be rotating back, but it looks like he's going for the demo right now. He might actually just rotate back, right? But in the game, your job is to immediately, when he forces that ball to get away from the opponent, and that dude hits it away from himself, that's your cue to go. Anytime someone makes a touch that gets away from them, that's your cue to challenge. And
Fair enough.
right there, we kind of just allowed him to 1v1 Bryce and immediately get possession back. So now we challenge, right, because that touch got away from him, so that was good. Here we can just wait, right? He's doing his thing. He messed up his thing a little bit. We tried to shoot. This just shows us, hey, let's practice the aim trainer a little bit more because I want you slotting those. I want that to be an absolute bullet into the net.
Yeah.
Just right on his dome, and it might go in if you put a bullet on it. Just front flip into that. So that just shows we can work on our shooting a little bit with the aim trainer, which is fine. So now we're at the back post. Oh no, mechanical
Yeah.
error, right? But
Yeah.
in terms of everything else you did here, perfect, right? You're at the back post. You're ready. We just jumped really late, so there was no chance we were getting that. But everything else was good. So the only goal right now that has been scored on you that's been like a conceptual error was that first one. This one,
Okay.
you were conceptually did everything correctly. You literally just jumped late. So that's not a big deal. There's nothing really for us to hyperanalyze about that. This one's a little bit risky. So
Yeah.
this is again the idea of like, okay, you can't really score. What is he gonna do? Probably just hand it to you. So is there any reason to go?
Yeah. Nope.
No, right? So it's just us trying to be faster than we need to, and it's maybe that goal deficit that's just kind of getting in our head. So after that, you steal the boost and you rotate back. That's all good. And then there, let's go back. So this is good. You're going to the back post, and then he gets demoed. Where's that ball?
In the corner?
Are you under any like threat right now?
No.
No. So we can't even see the ball. Is it worth even going?
No,
No,
it's
probably
not.
not, right? Now, if you're an SSL, I would say yes, but that's because I think you'd have the game sense by now to recognize where that ball is, that you could get to it fast enough. But right now, I'd rather you just kind of chill here and just buy time, right? You need to buy time for your teammate to get behind you. That's your job.
Okay.
So let's just chill.
Okay.
Let's just chill here. Make sure we don't get demoed, right? That dude doesn't come out of the smoke, guns blazing, and tries to demo us. But other than that, just chill there and wait. And then when Emmerich hits it, right there, you could front flip and 50 him. Because you'd be coming
Okay.
from this direction instead, and then you'd front flip and 50, and maybe it pinches out. Preferably, if we get lucky, it pinches in their net, right? But at least we probably win the 50, and then our teammate's behind us. Instead of us just getting 50 because we're awkward because we pushed up into an area where did we really need to push up? No. There was no threat. No reason for us to be there. Just chill. It's really a thing of like making sure you don't overcommit. Like that's
Yeah.
3 times now that's happened, right? Is like one of them you got scored on earlier. One of them like was a downfield that caused you to have to recover quickly, and then the third one was right after that in the corner. And that's caused 2 goals, and it's just because you're trying to go faster than you need to. Is really recognizing and asking that question of really, is there a threat or could I just kind of chill? People will
Okay.
give you the ball. They will give you the ball. And if they don't, which will happen sometimes, right? Not everyone hands away the possession every single time, but a lot of the time
Mhm.
they will. But when they don't, you wait for them to make a poor touch, and then you go. So looking back at it, looking at this goal, right? See how that ball gets away from him?
Yeah.
If you were back right now, you could go for it because the ball got away from him. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. And then for this, if you just waited on the ground and he went up and cleared it, what would happen? It'd get away from him.
Yep.
And if it gets away from him, all yours, you could try and take a shot on target. Okay? And then right here,
Okay.
this touch that this dude makes right there, did it get away from him?
Yes.
A little bit, right? Which means
A
that
little
that's your
bit.
opportunity to challenge. But you're not in position
Mhm.
to challenge because you tried to force the beat instead of just letting him beat himself. I like the confidence. I don't even mind you going for this because I like the confidence. It's worth to try this stuff out. We just jumped a little bit late, but I like the idea just to give it a shot. Because there could be a threat, right? He could put that on your net. If this dude aerials fast enough, he could shoot that, so I don't see a problem with you going for it. And the other thing is you could score if you're faster than him, right? So I don't mind you going for this, but you could also just wait on the ground, and if he shoots, it's probably a pretty easy save. So it's kind of up to you here. I'm not going to tell you like you should or shouldn't do this, but I don't mind.
Fair enough. Hey, I'm sorry. Can you give me like 20 seconds?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're chilling. Keep it going. Okay, so after that, again, rotational mindset. You land, you look. Is there boost?
Not on the.
No, right? Bryce is going to take that corner, so is there boost? No. So, why are we going like this when we could go like that and pick up 1, 2, 3? These 3 pads right there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And
okay.
That's really that mentality I need you to have is when you land, look, where's that boost? It's right to our left. It's not to the right, not in the middle, it's to the left. Go there. Because now you flipped and you've picked up 1 pad, 2 pads, but you could have picked up 1, 2, 3, and then moved up for 4 if needed. So on top of this boost, you could have another probably 12 because I think you picked up 1 back there. So the big thing is you'd have 1 extra pad. Now, is that a small detail? Yes, but you might have missed this boost or missed that other boost. So I'd rather you just get in the habit of picking up all 3 of these. That all good, right? Your supporting position, you're doing a really good job of like being patient, not pushing up inside of Bryce's butt. You're kind of just waiting and being patient. I really like that, and that's definitely been a big improvement from last time or the last times. Again, you see how rotational mindset gone, right? We just completely abandoned Bryce when you could have picked up 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? We're yes, like having 100 boosts is cool, right? But if Bryce gets 50'd here, who's in the net?
Nobody.
Nope. But if you picked up these and you go like that, now it's you. And then if the ball flies downfield, you can pick up an extra pad, and then an extra pad, and then an extra pad, and you can keep moving up the field with him as needed.
Okay.
But you're so obsessed with getting a big boost. Obsessed is a strong word here, but like
I got
the big
you.
boost so much that you're willing to abandon the play, and I need you to take that sacrifice of getting just a little bit less boost to be in a better position.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, having that 100 boost doesn't matter if you're not there to make the save.
Yep.
Right? But if you're there to make that save with 36 boost, that's plenty of boost to make a save. But if you have the 100 boost and you're not there, you're not there.
Yep.
Definitely jumped a little bit late, and then this is where we see him go this way. I want you to just reset to the back post. If you're ever in these awkward situations, don't be afraid, just reset real quick. Just take it as a little reset. Go back here, or right there, that's fine. But then after that, when you drive up, just stay here. Don't go more than this. Because now, you see how you're in that area where you're awkward? Over there.
Yeah.
But if you're here, you could aerial, and you could hit it downfield, and then when Bryce lands, you could pick up that big boost and go downfield with the ball.
Okay.
And that'll be something we talk more about as those extensions so you guys can get passes. But that'd be better than that where like you get beat, and the only reason you didn't get scored on is because the dude mistouched it. But if he had beat you to that and like actually made the touch he was looking for, he would have just scored on you. After that, you turn back in to apply that pressure. That's all good. Same deal. You land. Okay. Are you relevant to the play anymore?
No.
Can you be middle for a pass right now?
Nope.
No? What should you do?
I should be going back.
Nope.
No? I don't know if I can reach for a bump.
So, right now, has that dude given away possession?
Yes.
So is Bryce
okay. Yeah.
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 So you're going to keep driving, and if this dude tries to leave his net, you're removing him.
Yep.
But you don't flip. You just drive through, and then after that, you can reward yourself with that big boost on the way out if you want.
Okay.
Give yourself a little reward for trying to bump him.
Yeah.
Because right there, if that guy's gone, Bryce can shoot it wherever he wants. But now he has to try
Yeah.
and place it because that guy's there. Now, it's no guarantee he scores, right? But that's not your problem. Your job is to make it as easy as possible. So there, that dude gave away
Mhm.
possession. So you challenge, love it. You turn back. Big boost is right there, so it's fine for you to pick it up. There's no problem if it's right there. No reason not to grab it, right? And after that, score an open net. That's all good. High time. We're buying time. Okay, he's probably behind us, right? So now we apply that pressure. Perfect, right? He's behind us. And look at that. He could pass it to you. So that's a good extension idea. I think you just weren't totally ready for the pass, and that's okay. And then after that, we get demoed, right? But otherwise, you turn that ball came off and rotate back. Got a little bit lucky with that one. Good. Good try on the flick. It was the correct idea. Good fake, and you see the ball gets away from him, so now you can go, and you did. That's good. Ball gets a little bit away from us, but that's okay. We keep chasing it. We almost score off of it, too. Turn back in. All good. We pop it up. And Bryce finishes. So, we have our big points, right? We got rotation. This is going to be a long one. Rotational. Mindset. So as soon as you're done with the play, turn your ball cam off and think about, okay, how can I get back in the fastest way possible if my teammate needs me, right? That's going to be pads most of the time so that you're in the correct position. You have a chance to make the save. 'Cause if you have the big boost, but you're not in position, you're not going to make the save either way, okay? The second one is we'll do challenges. A little bit weird with that white background. So when that ball gets away from them, so if they hit it and it gets away from them, that is your cue to challenge. That's pretty much it for that. Is like you just want to wait for them to make that touch that gets away from them or is poor or is out of control, and then you go. Simple enough for that one. No need to overcomplicate it. It's a small thing, but it's something I want you to keep working on. And then the third, why did my thing get smaller? What was? Okay, sure. And then the third one is those bumps. So if you're able, if your teammate gets possession after you've challenged his first man, he was able to retain possession, and you land in front of him, go for the bump. Don't immediately rotate out and abandon the play. Try and be beneficial to him in some way. Try and bump someone on your way out. So that's a cool thing is like these two could be paired together. You could have that rotational mindset of let me pick up some pads and bump someone on my way out.
Okay.
So it's like now got that. I can zoom out a little bit and we could look at it like, okay, we talked about it earlier of after you land, you go for the bump and you can reward yourself with the big boost before leaving, right? That's one of them. The other one is like maybe your teammate needs you and you got to rotate back quickly. Like let's say that the ball is over here, your teammate's like somewhere here, and we got an opponent here, and then we got another opponent who's like here middle for a pass, right? And you are over here, right? What's the fastest way to get back? 1, 2, 3, 4, back post. And look who's on the way there.
Yes, sir.
So now we can combo. We can rotate back while demoing the guy middle. So then if this guy goes and drives like that and then side flips it middle past your teammate, there's no one here. Your ball, open net.
Yep.
Or if the guy respawns, right, you could solo and go for a dribble. It's likely he'll respawn, so probably the dribble. But does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
So with that, that's all I got for you.